UFC middleweight championship of the world between Blachowicz and Israel Adesanya. All right, so here he is, the inimitable last style bender, Israel Adesanya, still undefeated as a mixed martial artist. DC, you tried to bring him in to emulate John Jones back in the day, and he's such a meticulous, thoughtful guy that he said no because Luke Rockhold was in that gym and he thought he might have to fight him one day.
He knew that at some point he would reach Luke Rockhold in his division, so he said, you know what? I want to help you, DC, but I can't because of what's going to happen going forward in my career. He did not want to put Luke or himself in such an awkward situation. How about forward thinking? How about forward thinking that would have come to pass only a few short years later? But in Israel Adesanya, you also have the mentality, but the fighting ability to become a UFC champion in only 12, 13 months.
So here he is, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world. This man ubiquitously regarded as the top 85er at present. Some people believe this is the greatest middleweight of all time. He certainly does, and he has goals even beyond that. He wants to be one of the greatest mixed martial arts athletes of all time, and in order to preserve that goal, this is a title defense, simply put, that he's got to have. All right, now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, with similar height and reach. Now for the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffett.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 20 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai fighter, holding a professional record of 27 wins, 8 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Warsaw, Poland, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Blachowicz.
Obviously for the championship. You've been giving your instruction in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. You will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
They touch him up and we are underway.
Ready.
All right, so here we go with the start of round 1. I can tell how excited you are for this matchup. Seems to be an advantage on one side, but maybe not.
This is a big-time fight. It feels like a big moment for both of these guys' careers. Who is going to be able to implement their game plan the best in this matchup between these two big-time athletes?
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if there's more where that came from.
Boxing, boxing, boxing.
And he landed the right hand there. Beautifully timed and place kick there by Adesanya. And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
That is, oh man, this dude is good.
Oh, big damaging knees here to the body. Blachowicz going for the body, targeting that area with the kick, but unable to land.
Big land.
All right, let's go. Let's get those hands going now.
Nice punch lands over the top.
Oh, nice job to block the kick.
Set up your takedown.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, beautiful land there by Adesanya. You hear this crowd just eating out of his hand, oohing and on every time he advances.
I mean, he just captures your imagination from the walkout to the entrance when he's in the octagon, the fighting style. He just kind of has that thing that makes you want to stop and stare at Israel Adesanya. Oh, nice jab.
All right, lands a kick there, pretty well done.
Really good accuracy landing that kick.
Just out of range with that left hook.
Hey, take that shot. Take the shot. Give me blood. Watch the jab.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Seems to have timed that counter pretty well.
Nice shot.
Nice strike.
Oh, that right hand is on point.
Stay strong. Stay strong. Keep
Good fight here, under 2 to go. Latifi's head kick is blocked. No damage there. Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good kitchen by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land from anywhere.
Oh, single collar tie here. Adesanya's got the tie clenched. Let's see what he can do with it. So just over 20 total strikes have already landed for Jan Blachowicz. Blocks the shot. Under a minute to go.
He's hurt bad. Look at how he turns his hips over when he throws that kick.
Oh, that's a nice straight punch there.
Threw the punch, got to the target.
45 seconds to go here in round 1.
Oh man, head kick lands.
Looked like he might have landed there. Instead, a swing and a miss by Adesanya.
Beautiful body kick lands right under the elbow.
20 seconds to go in round 1. 15 seconds to go.
Give me a double leg. Give me a double leg. Look at it. Look at it. Now, shoot, shoot.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he gonna do to follow up? Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so quickly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
Awesome. Your striking is wicked.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, let's get to round 2.
He loaded up there on that high kick. Oh!
Oh! Blachowicz gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally.
I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're going to sit there at the drive...
Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Protect your face.
Adesanya's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Come on, keep those hands up. Get those combinations going. Move those
There's the
hands.
kick, it's blocked. So we call on the numbers here. 40 total strikes have already landed for Jan Blachowicz. And if you care, just over 40% on the connection rate thus far, 41% accuracy tonight against Israel Adesanya.
Beat into the
Beautiful
punch.
strike.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Right hand upstairs. And now he's got that tie clinch. We'll see what he can do with it.
Come on, bud. Let's get those hands working now.
Under 3 minutes now to go in round 2. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round 1. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace, an uptick in the aggression and the output, and starting to find his range here in the pocket. Big right hook coming, it's blocked. And now he's got that tie clinch. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Ooh.
All right, it's time to start using that low kick.
Blachowicz gets hit by that leg kick. 2 minutes now to go round 2.
Yeah, he's hurt really bad.
Oh, he might be out.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Score with the takedown.
Punch coming, it's blocked.
Look for your double leg. Look for your double leg. Shoot.
90 seconds now to go in the round. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
One takedown seals it. You gotta move.
Blocks the shot.
1 minute left in the round. 1 minute left in the round.
Under a minute now to go in the round.
Let's go. You can do this. Keep going forward.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. Man, looks like he's trying to set records here, landing all of these strikes. He is aggressive to a fault and really has been all night long as he continues to pour it on. Got to be careful here, though, not to gas out. 30 seconds now to go in the round.
He's very tricky when he throws that body.
Blachowicz gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Oh, he tagged him with the punch there, DC. That's an educated left hand.
He's got great timing with his left hand. Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful. Oh, God. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Whoa!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Just misses with the straight left hand.
Keep your hands up. Use your footwork now. It's okay. Use your footwork.
Israel Adesanya's uppercut to the head. That one, though, blocked by the defense.
Ooh, what a head kick.
.59 total strikes have already landed for Jan Blachowicz, and connecting at a rate of 38% against Israel Adesanya. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows.
Get out of there.
Oh, collar tie. And they separate. Israel Adesanya's lower jaw is extremely swollen now. Nice double leg takedown attempt there, and you gotta think that's something that's gonna give him confidence moving forward in this fight.
A lot of confidence when it happens that easily. He took a shot, he got a takedown. What now will stop him from doing it over and over again?
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Adesanya. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's gonna stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
We have crossed the midpoint of this one. That kick blocked by Adesanya. Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting him up now. Just unable to quite find that range. Blachowicz gets touched by that kick right to the body there. Nicely done by the opponent. Under 2 minutes now to go in the round.
All right, keep pushing forward. Let's go.
Oh, big punch lands.
Attack the body. Takedown right now.
Oh, nice job to get the guard up there as the strike is blocked by Blachowicz.
Keep your face covered. Elbows up.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
What a punch.
Just misses there with the left. And both guys really throwing with authority. Lands the right hand. Less than a minute to go in the round.
Double leg takedown.
Just out of range with that right hook. Adesanya's hook to the body now is blocked.
Dig and kick. Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick. Great punch landed with so much power.
That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds.
All right, take a seat. Breathe. Listen, that was awesome. You really hurt him there. I need more of that. I want you to go out at the beginning of this round.
All right, so there's the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs and landed a seminal blow in that round.
It was accumulation of those strikes. He kept hitting him over and over to the head. Eventually, he found the one that really did damage his opponent.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Let's keep going. Set the pace.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Blachowicz's attempt there is blocked by the opponent.
Don't wait, beat first.
He's got a serious right punch, and he went to it effectively there.
It is his money shot, and he will continue to throw it until he finds a knockout. Beautiful kick.
Again, going back to the jab just out of range.
Let's attack that lead leg with the low kick now.
Now connects with a right.
Let's get him down.
And he switches to southpaw. Ooh!
Punches and bunches. Punches and
Israel Adesanya's kick attempt there blocked.
Stay there. Take him down.
And he continues to work the body here.
Ooh, what a punch.
Under 3 minutes remain in round 4. Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force.
He's open for the overhead.
Beautiful body kick.
Adesanya's kick to the body, that one blocked.
Where's the takedown?
Head off the center line, slips the punch.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Good shots, good shots. Work your work.
Nice kick.
Beautiful hook. Oh,
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
There, takedown.
oh, he's got it going now. Nice connection there, DC.
Another punch landed.
Protect your face.
90 seconds remain in the round.
You're losing. Give me the takedown.
Oh, nice connection by him there with the right hand.
The right hand is the dominant hand, and you can see how well he throws it.
Man.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He's in trouble. He's getting lit up.
Adesanya goes for the clinch here. Looks like he's trying to recover. He was stunned a little bit earlier. Let's see if he can get a respite here.
Good takedown defense by Israel.
Oh,
he got him real good, too. That's a big strike right there. Oh, can't put any weight on it.
punch is blocked. Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Oh!
He's done. He's done.
What a fight so far.
Listen, your eyes start to slow up a little bit. We need some better defense from you, okay? Let's keep those hands high.
All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of there.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands. His opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks, fifth and final round. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Use your hands to set up that low kick now.
High-level MMA defense there, able to avoid the punch. Nice job by Blachowicz.
Give me those hard kicks, hard kicks.
Good punch land.
Keep doing it again. Do it again.
Israel Adesanya gets touched by that kick to the body.
Let's go.
Man, doesn't take a lot of these kicks to produce redness. Look at the left side of his body there. Nasty.
Put him down. Let's go. Set the pace. You set the pace.
Back to the jab now, no good. Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is a technique you use to really slow down your opponent. He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Less than 3 minutes to go now in this fifth and final round.
Okay, let's focus. Let's focus now.
All right, getting late in the fight. It has been all action to this point as we go down the wire. Could be anybody's fight.
Anybody's fight. Both of these guys prepared very well for this competition, and it showed in such a tremendous fight.
Adesanya gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Boy, what a shot. Let's go. Keep that footwork going. Move.
Oh, trying to turn out the lights with that roundhouse kick, but just misses. Right hook to the head, blocked. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense?
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Just, oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Big kick lands. Nice body kick.
Israel Adesanya gets touched by that leg kick attempt. So we go under a minute to go in the fight. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Knee to the body. Oh, huge elbow.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out.
Oh!
20 seconds now remain in the round. Final 10 seconds of the fight. All right, so the fight goes the championship distance, and you may want to get the black and gold colors out. We're getting a new champion tonight. He turned in a beautiful striking display tonight.
This is one of the best performances that we have seen from a challenger in a really long time. He relied on the striking. He understood that that's where he had the advantage. He used all of his advantages, and I feel like we will hear and new very shortly.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 48-47. Declared the winner by unanimous decision and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Israel Adesanya.
All right, so congratulations to the newly minted UFC middleweight champion of the world. He said all the right things during fight week. He had all the confidence that he needed here on fight night, and he turned that self-belief into action here tonight, and he leaves as the new king of the 185-pound division. There he is, the UFC middleweight champion. Sounds pretty good.